Right. Um, this video is going to be a little different. I can tell a story. Yeah. Back in November of 2014, I was at my sister's birthday party. And she said, "There's somebody here you gotta meet." And I was introduced to, who's now my best friend, Laurie. And I had just recently gone through a divorce, and apparently she was going through divorce too, and fighting for custody of her kids. 3 little squirrels, 3, 4, and 7. And she had a light and this addictive personality. Just couldn't get enough of. Life of the party everywhere she went without even trying. And had this incredible, intoxicating singing voice I could never get enough of. And a lot like me, she liked driving through the mountains, splashing through mud puddles, and windows down, music up, and just being alive, getting lost in the moment. And started hanging out. And she saved me. Like, really saved me. Like, not with some grand gesture or anything, just being herself and letting me be part of her life. Started hanging out pretty often, and she asked me to go look at a Jeep with her. And this was pretty early on, and she's already trusting my mechanical opinion. And Ed, very special with Ed Quality's Jeep, joined the family. And we started going on mountain drives and hanging out, her and the kids. And she asked me to watch the girls for her while she was working. Her whole world I was always hearing so much about. And I realized something special was happening. I really enjoyed hanging out with them so much. They had a lot of fun hanging out with me, and I became a go-to babysitter for, well, when I wasn't working myself. And then I was by her side along with her mom and her sister, and court hearings, and tried to be there for her as much as I could. Lots of deep, long talks about anything and everything. And lots of singing. And we hung out more and more, and along the way, she ended up becoming my best friend. And I ended up becoming a father figure to those girls. It wasn't automatic, though. I had to earn it. The person that gave me that chance was her oldest daughter, Lily. She's 7 when I met her. A bright little shining star, just like her mom, with a heart of gold. So good with her sisters. And it was her acceptance that ultimately, made it to where I could be part of the family. And I remember I had this huge roll of paper I got off at like a demolition job or something, and I rolled out like 20 feet of it and gave him a bunch of paints and just let him go wild. And oh yeah, after that, Lily was my little buddy. She just loved that. I took pictures of her like passed out from painting so much, like she was so sent them to her mom. And yeah, it was then we made a big old giant water slide It's like 20 feet wide and like 150 feet long. It was huge. Oh, yeah, there was soccer and softball, volleyball, card games, rummy, speed. Just loved. She's really, really good with her little sisters, and except for she'd get mad at them when the littles, as we call them, were interrupting, you know, doing bigger kid things like playing soccer and stuff, and yeah. And she developed quite a little singing voice too. And some of my fondest memories just driving around, let her sing at the top of her lungs, and give me goosebumps. And I couldn't let her see me cry though, because if I did, she'd stop singing. And she didn't want me to cry. I remember she'd get excited. She'd come home from school and have something exciting to say, and she'd start stuttering and slobbering and yeah, she needed our undivided attention to be able to tell us a story. And then when she got our undivided attention, then she'd get like starstruck and forget what she was trying to tell us. She loved Paris and Eiffel Tower and all sorts of trinkets and blankets and drawings, and man, she loved horses too. No, man, turned into quite a little baker too. Boy, she made some of the best brownies. A little crunch on the crust on the outside, and just a little doughy in the middle. Just yeah, but yeah, if Lily hadn't decided I was a safe person, I probably wouldn't even be involved in this family. So I owe a lot to her for being able to be a part of this family. She turns 18 Saturday. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to see her. And Jack, Jaden, the middle one, she was 4 when I met her. She's younger. She was like just a little ball of blonde hair, oftentimes growling at us from the corner or something. Yeah, she was interesting. Stubborn as hell. She refused to do things even if we knew she liked to do them. Just, yeah, she ball up and growl at us and just wait and let her calm down, and eventually, you know, she'd act like nothing happened and just go on about what's going on. And yeah, for some reason that growling little hairball, she took a liking to me and become one of her people. You know, she had certain people she could be around. Then she was upset, and I became one of those people. And yeah, she was something else. I gave her the nickname Jack. I told her it was her initials, J-A-C, Jack. And boy, from then on, it was Jack to everybody. Like, even her own dad calls her Jack. Everybody calls her Jack. At school, teachers, the principal, everybody. It's Jack. Yeah, and incredible little math whiz. And she's always really in tune with the vibe and what was going on around her. And if somebody was off, it would affect her. Like, she could just feel it. And yeah, she'd get upset even when she wasn't upset, just because other people around her were upset. She was very in tune with people. Remember one time she told me that she rode a teal panther and said it so matter-of-factly. I couldn't even question it. And man, did she loves dragons, drawing dragons, building dragons, stuffed dragons everywhere, dragon blankets, dragons, and anime. Oh boy, lots and lots of anime. Always on YouTube watching anime. Too much, I think. I don't know if she really hated girly stuff, but it seemed like she didn't have time for it. But she really enjoyed playing like dress up and stuff with Lily. And she'd much rather be building stuff or exploring or playing games. Loves rummy. I think I got her addicted to rummy. But mostly on her phone, watching anime on YouTube. Lots of snacks. Always got to have snacks and drinks around her. And she didn't mind cooking and making snacks. She loved cooking for everybody. She'd act like it was a big deal for her to do it, but she loved it. Like, she'd sit there and complain about it, but mainly it was because she was still watching one of her videos. And then when somebody would be like, "Okay, well, I'll cook" or something, and she'd no, and she'd jump up and do it. But yeah. Yeah, watching that little growling hairball transform into a vibrant, colorful young woman who talks my ear off, sings loud and proud, and has lots of friends, and draws pictures instead of big old giant scribbles and big black scribbles. Still makes me. It's amazing to see how far she's come. Even though she still likes to decapitate her sister's snowmen. Then little Shy Pie, little Cheyenne, she was like 3. Little tank. Adorable, chubby little thing. And yeah, she was always last to the cuddle pile, and she'd come piling on, all knees and elbows, and tank us. And yeah, she was quiet and shy, and she'd get tired and hungry, and she was like kind of a little cryand. But no, Chai Pie, well, Lily was her idol for sure, and call her Little Lil. Lily's little mini me. Yeah, even though she's outgrown Lily by like 2 inches now, she's not so little anymore. I always tried to make time for her, and she'd love to get down on the floor and play Legos and Uno and Go Fish and Crazy Eights and draw stuff and build stuff. And boy, she loves wolves. She's really into wolves. She got wolves everywhere, stuffed animals and blankets and pillows, and she's a part of the wolf pack. she definitely likes going in the mountains. Loves going for drives in the mountains, and I was showing them, like how to forage for edible plants and stuff in the mountains, and showing them things water sources and how to find good drinkable water and things like that. Boy, she loved that. Just thought that was one of the coolest things, and just always wanted to go hiking and exploring new places. One time I was teaching her how to drive, and she's like, "Well, where are we going?" And I think I said, "Into the unknown," and she just timed right in with me, so we were going Frozen. She loves that anime too. She's on YouTube watching that anime all the time. Always clean and neat, and didn't like getting too dirty. I remember I went to a mud bog, and her mom and sisters, like Jack, I think she even did like an actual cannonball into the mud, and just mud head to toe. And I can see Cheyenne, she's struggling, and she really wants to jump in that mud too, but she just couldn't bring herself to do it. She's quite a little artist. Loves anime and drawing anime characters and making up characters and making up names for them. The different languages. She made up her own language. Her and her friends made up a language. Yeah. She's discovered her little singing voice too. She's got a pretty amazing little singing voice too. She's turning 14 this Friday. I don't know if we're going to be able to be with her for that either. But over 10 years I've been part of this family now. Not legally, but in every way that matters. I showed up to court hearings, parent-teacher conferences, and medical appointments, and was right there coaching and cheering them on for soccer games, softball games, and volleyball games, and just about everything. They told me they loved me, and I told them I loved them, and we're family. Despite it being unconventional, just being mom's friend, but no real legal authority or no official role, we're still family. I started referring to myself as Bob from the Adopt a Dad program. Laurie, the life of the party, singing karaoke. Oh man, we love singing karaoke. Driving through the mountains and getting lost and windows down, music up. Yeah. Her dad, and Papa, as the girls call him, always singing, whistling, telling jokes. Told me one time that me and Laurie was perfect for each other. Oh yeah? And he says, yeah, perfectly terrible. When we were together, we were, happy and carefree, but not very financially responsible, and get lost in the mountains. And only come out to get fuel and hopefully get lost again. Yeah. Oh man, I miss him so much. And her mom, Dawn, was Laurie's rock. Place she could always turn when things went pear-shaped. Dawn was always trying to stay positive and loved spoiling her granddaughters. Always try to make the best out of any situation. Always trying to come up with a solution for everything, and always had new ideas to help out. New inventive little games to play. Kind of had a love-hate relationship with me because Laurie and the girls spent a lot of time with me, but she loved that I was always there. And always willing to help. Yeah, I miss it. I need some water. Yeah. But in May of 22, I think it was. Yeah. Don passed away. And then, not even a year later, in March 23, her dad, Sonny, also suddenly passed away. Very unexpectedly. No major health problems with either one of them. And Dad died a day before he was going to get his will notarized. One fucking day. The court ruled the will invalid. And Laurie's brother contested the estate, and in the process ended up forcing Laurie and Lisa out of their homes that their mom and dad made sure that they had for those grandkids. Laurie and Lisa ended up moving into RVs so they could stay in the school district and keep the girls' lives as stable and close to the life they knew was possible. And all the while fighting battles, legal battles, and defend themselves against wrongful action and false accusations that they never asked for. And in this hardship, the girls' dad filed for custody and called her homeless. Just CPS was investigating. They found nothing, zero concern, case closed. Court didn't care though. They ruled the RV not adequate. Ordered to get a traditional house within 30 days. She did that. They filed again in October, and the court gave was that gal a guardian ad litem. And in January of 25, I think it was, Laurie faced during the guardian ad litem. Laurie was faced with an unlawful eviction. Water and power got shut off. The GAL, the guardian ad litem, they never contacted the children's IEP team, never talked to their doctors. Both of them had concerns about volunteer attorney refused to actually represent Laurie the way she needed, to actually, point out the GAL's biased report. And on April 18th, 25, day we'd been fighting against since I met her, the day finally came. An emergency custody changed children to be placed with the father immediately. Taking the girls to their father the next day was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Laurie lost her daughters, not because she did anything wrong. She couldn't afford a real lawyer because of terrible circumstances. This woman who used to light up rooms can barely get through a single day. We don't say one day at a time now. It's just we're living minute to minute. Don't drive through the mountains anymore. Barely sings anymore. Doesn't laugh anymore. She thinks in legal terms now. Every conversation is evidence. Every word can be used against her. She's in survival mode so long she's forgetting how to live. People say I'm sorry. It makes her angry. She's heard it so much with all the loss lately that nobody knows what else to say, but because nobody has answers to such a terrible situation. And I'm sorry, no matter how genuine, has become empty to her. Sorry doesn't bring her girls home. Sorry doesn't get her family home back. Doesn't heal her sister. Doesn't bring her parents back. But what else is there to say? I miss my best friend. This world needs the amazing person she was and the shiny fucking light that I know she could be. Right now, Laurie can't see her daughters unless she requests a 30-day visit in advance. She has to drive 8 hours one way, 16 hours round trip, pay for a hotel in Clark County. Her sister's in really bad shape. Now, she's fighting custody battles, probate over her parents' estate, wrongful eviction, a false protection order from her brother. Lisa needs gastric bypass before she can get knee surgery that she needs. She's got a lot of health problems, make it impossible for her to work. Now she needs full-time care. After her parents died, Lisa adopted the two little dogs, Jax and Leo, and with her basset hounds, Duke and Baron. 4 dogs is a lot for anyone to handle. I mean, nearly impossible for a disabled person. I mean, I say nearly because somehow she is. Her beautiful heart just can't let him go. She likes to knit stuffed animals and beads little jewelry, and I got a little dragon she made for me. It rides with me everywhere I go. And right now they're facing eviction again. I mean, there's just too much. I think it was May of 25 was the last time Laurie had any kind of a meaningful visit with her daughters. Mother's Day. Lily's going to be turning 18 Saturday. Cheyenne's turning 14 Friday. Jack's 15. So, I've set up a GoFundMe for Laurie and Lisa. The link is in the description and pinned to the comments. If you're unable to make a donation, I truly understand. Still something you can do, though, that helps a lot. You can share this video. That's it. Just share. Shares matter as much as donations. They really do. And if you can leave comments of encouragement, and those help more than you know. And Laurie and Lisa need to know people care. You know, 10 years ago, Laurie and her girls, they saved me. Now I'm trying to save them. But I can't do it alone. And I'm not just asking you to go donate to a GoFundMe. I'm asking to help me get my best friend back. And bring these girls back to their mother. And show 2 amazing sisters who've lost everything, that the world hasn't abandoned them. Lily, who let me in when she was 7, is turning 18. She's going to be an adult. I don't even know if we're going to be able to be with her for that. That little growling hairball. He's separated from her mom as her primary caregiver. No, Chai Pie turning 14. Just to say I love these people is an understatement. They're family. Please help them bring them back together. And thank you so much for watching this far. Thank you for caring. For Laurie, Lisa, Lily, Jack, and Cheyenne. Mama Dawn, Papa. Let's bring this family home. Thank you.